my family. It is Tuesday and we got some things to talk about. So I'm going to go fill up my cup and we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we're full. Now you're going to hear a timer go off. And that's because actually today I'm in the test kitchen, the Italian way. I am super stoked at the project I'm working on and what I had learned and what I'm studying and what we're doing with this channel. What I have in here, I met up on YouTube actually an Italian woman named Emma, and I watched her work this beautiful art of bread that she was making. Oh my goodness. In the end of it, it was a lot of dimples with some jiggles. And I did that, y'all. And what am I talking about? Focaccia. The most amazing looking focaccia I have ever had made, even with fresh milled. What is my secret? Now I have one more test I'm doing that I have being shipped to me tomorrow, but I also have this for the authenticity of the pizza crust. So I have my fresh milled, which I am going to keep because that's going to be used for my everyday sandwich breads, my buns, and cookies, cakes, all that stuff. We're keeping that. But for our special breads like ciabatta or focaccia or our pizza crust, Caputo. Now this one is the pizzeria. It is soft white wheat. It is like the all-purpose flour of flours. However, this one was said to use it in a wood burning oven, which we have outside. So, but I wanted to test this with focaccia because we can work with it, and so far it looks amazing, y'all. I'm gonna look at it again. Just give me one more second. Trust me, y'all, when this is done, I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Now, the only bad thing about this and the one that's coming is the red Caputo, the Chef's Blend. Both of them are a double zero flour. What that means is milled. In the Caputo company, they take and mill this flour at least 15 to 16 times very, very slowly, not to ruin the starch. So the only bad thing about it is, just like our flour though, they remove the bran and they remove the wheat germ. So that's not a problem because I can add in replacement like now. So here's what I'm going to do. To fix the bran, which is your fiber source, to fix that issue, for me, I am going to bake or make some beans for supper and have my focaccia beside it. So there I have my grains and I have my fiber. So I'm just going to mix fiber sources with this bread to help it. Nutritionally, I can do the same thing with fresh veggies and all of that stuff. So that's what I plan on doing, because these breads I only eat a certain amount of time anyway. For the most part, I do use my own fresh milled. But the reason I am working with Caputo is because, y'all, it is available on Amazon and any of us can do this. So you seen I did the authentic Italian meatballs yesterday, and y'all, oh my word, That was absolutely amazing. Those meatballs just melted in my mouth. They were stable, but once you put them in your mouth, they were just kind of this meatball heaven. And I allowed the San Marzano sauce to just cook until it got slightly thick and evaporated the liquids, and it was the most amazing meatball sub I ever had. Am I accentuating the Italian way of cooking? Yes, I am, because honestly, there is more flavor than I have ever had. There is more texture, there is more balance, there is more everything with the Mediterranean. And so this is where I'm studying very much deeper into every part of the Mediterranean Sea, from Italy to Greece to the other side of the UK, which we go into Jerusalem and all these areas. Every part of the Mediterranean is where I'm at. Mainly down by the Mediterranean Sea, but on the Italian side and all. But y'all, it's still amazing food. And this is where we're going to be. By the way, y'all, my name is Carrie. We are a Mediterranean homestead, and if you like our channel, I'm going to encourage you to hit that subscribe button, and please hit that like button, y'all. It really lets YouTube know that I'm worth keeping here, because y'all, there's been some mess ups on this channel, and we need to let them know, hey, we're trying to keep this girl alive. So hit that like button, y'all. Okay, so a couple of things that we are going to talk about live Fridays. Now, we've had a small handful on Friday nights. We would have visits, and y'all, this was started out to be absolutely amazing, and we started getting new subscribers and everything, but I noticed a pattern every time. Number one pattern was, for every new subscriber that came in, the very next day they left, which kept knocking me down in the algorithm. Number two that kept in, although my moderators did the best they could, and some even took away their own personal time for this, and that just made me feel really bad, so I decided to make some decisions. I don't want to feel bad no more. And so I decided that, as much as many of you have enjoyed sitting with me together, I am cutting out the live feeds because of the reasons that I spoke. And if this didn't stop, it was fixing to put damage on my channel. There was a lot of vulgarness coming in. There was a lot of trolls that were just downright rude, vulgar, and some just nasty. And so I made a decision, y'all, out of the respect for myself, for you, and my husband, I was going to stop doing this. That doesn't mean I'm shutting down this channel, y'all. Please watch the videos, because whether we're sitting in a live or not, I'm still with you. Only this is an opportunity where we're one-on-one, and you get to see things hand in hand, step by step with me. On a live feed, that's really hard to do. All we do is just talk, and we can pretty much share some quality time right here, right now, just like this. And I will also bring back more Coffee Time Wednesdays, and although I'm doing something like that right now, I want to get in touch with my family, let you know what's happening, because honestly, we went up to 9,400, and again, we're back down. So I don't want to keep playing the game of algorithm. There's our focaccia. Hold on, y'all. Oh, mamma mia. Yeah, look how pretty that is. This is an olive and rosemary focaccia, and I am having this with my Mediterranean cannellini beans tonight. Let me put this up. I just took it out. It's hot. Oh, that smells absolutely wonderful. So now you see where the dimple, dimple, dimple with all the dimples in it, and the jiggle, jiggle, jiggle was to move it in all the corners of my pan. That is the best. Now, I did a fresh milled focaccia, and it was dense. This is nice and light and airy, and I'm going to let it sit to cool for about 10 minutes, because I want to be able to test, and we're going to see the crunch, and then we're gonna check. I'm gonna let you do this with me. So we're gonna check and see the airiness of the bread, see how this worked, because if not, then I'm gonna try the red Caputo next. I mean, a girl can have all the focaccia she wants, right? So, yeah, I'll be paying for that one later. Hey, but I can go walk. I don't mind. Look, it's focaccia. So anyways, so this is where I'm at, is I'm doing a lot of studying, and right now I relate to Italy because a lot of folks love Italian food, and I'm also looking with Egypt and Greece, and so especially some of my beans, the butter beans. Now I'm not eliminating Spain either, because Spain has, oh my goodness, some amazing flavors. So we got Spain as well, y'all. And so I'm working on all of this. Basically, our channel is going to be the Mediterranean, just as it says, just the way it's always been. And occasionally, yes, we have our American, we have our tater tots, or we've had our copycat fast food restaurants, or we'll have our steaks, or, you know, but we also have a lot of the Mediterranean, and that's what I enjoy. It's what helps me stay smooth skinned for once. And y'all, I think I look pretty dang good for a woman who's about to be 58 years old in a few weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna keep what I'm doing. Although I know it's sad. Y'all, you begged me not to stop the live feeds, but please understand. Again, please understand. If the trolling would have kept on too much, these folks do have a way of destroying channels, and I do not want that. Whether y'all realize it or not, if you'll go back all the way past the 400 and something videos we've done, I have started this channel nearly 3 years ago. We've been full on 2 years, and that's a lot of work. I don't feel like messing this up. So I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I'm going to get the family that is interested in what we do as well. So it's fun, y'all. It's flavorful, and it's exciting. It's invigorating. You know, I'm tasting foods. Here's one. Now, I'm not a drinker, y'all. I'm really not. I am actually a recovering alcoholic, but there was something that I had learned about Italy, and I wanted to taste it. So I did, and I don't let it get out of control. I don't. So I went and did a test. They have a certain drink in Italy called Lemoncillo. Now that could be done right there in your own house. It's that simple. So I have a bottle of Lemoncillo in my freezer. And why would I do that? Because if you take a small glass, mix it with some ice, throw a small shot of Lemoncillo in it with some club soda, you have a drink that it helps your food to digest. Lemoncillo in Italy is a digestive aid in food. So I thought that was interesting, and y'all, it tastes amazingly. It's like, it's the end of that clean your palate feeling in your mouth once everything has been done in your eating course. So you are left with this refreshness afterwards. I was really amazed. So yeah, I went and did that. I'm trying new things. If I can't go to Italy, I'm bringing Italy to me, if that makes any sense. I have studied so much in foods and so many different things. I actually got bored. And when my husband became a diabetic, I started venturing again into different types of food, and I was really amazed. So this is where I ended up with the Mediterranean, and I thought, wait, I'm not done. There's still so much more to learn. So we're learning, and I'm incorporating it, and I'm finding I love this so much more than anything I've ever tried. So there you have it, y'all. So right now we are in the test kitchen. We are using the blue Caputo. It's the Mulino di Napoli. I believe this is where it was produced, in Napoleon. It's a product of Italy. Its wheat is a soft wheat, and it's a Tipo 00, which all that is just the grade of the flour. Again, this one is like buying bread flour, all-purpose flour. Here, they removed the grains, but they did not remove absolutely everything. So they even say once you open this, it is best stored in your refrigerator, unlike our flours. So this does come out a hair better than what we have. So I'm going to put this back in my fridge because I did open it and I want to keep it fresh because I have so much more. I also went and did something else I found on Amazon I never thought I would. Testing it out, and I'm going to tell you, so far it is the primo of all primos. Way more than I ever thought we could have here. Crazy. So let me show you another product that I went and did. Am I being promoted for this? No, absolutely not, y'all. This is out of my own pocket, and I'm bringing it from me to you. And I'm going to show you what I went and did. Okay, not only does Caputo have different sources of flours and different grades, it goes from 1 to 0 to 00. I think there's a 2, and all that is grains, just like grits and cornmeal and all-purpose flour and bread flour. It's just a grain. But I have, which I don't complain, I've used it so many times, but I've used an Amish-based, it's called a safe something type of yeast, and it's a quick yeast. And I've used that, but I came across this one and I jumped on it, y'all. Caputo not only has flour, but they have yeast. And I used this yeast in that focaccia behind us. Y'all, you've seen the results and you're about to see even more. So, while we're waiting here, I'm going to set you up and take you on over to this focaccia. And we're going to get it ready to start cutting and check the inside. This right here, y'all, right here is what I am going to show you how to make. Y'all, this was fun. And honestly, this camera lighting doesn't do it justice. The goldenness of this whole bread is, oh my gosh, amazing. Let me see if I can find something that you can hear the crust on it. Hang on. Okay. Hear that? Y'all, this is amazing. This is, oh my gosh, I'm so excited over this. Okay, y'all, so let's cut this bad boy out. I'm going to get this out of the pan. You can see what it looks like underneath. Oh, yes. Beautiful, y'all. Look at it. Look how beautiful. Oh, so let's see if we can hear that crunch. Oh, you hear that? Oh my gosh. Let's dig into this and let's see what we look like, y'all. I don't think I want to use that knife. Hold on. I think I want to use something a little bit better than that. Oh, I can't wait. Y'all, look. Look at that. That's amazing. So good. Soft and crunchy. Oh, yes. This can make great bread too. So y'all, this is going with my beans for supper tonight. Let me get my hands cleaned off, y'all. Alright, y'all. So, that's what you can look forward to. However, I need to also add a note to this, just so you don't get depressed. There is a tip that we can use. Now, although I am using Caputo flour that I ordered from Amazon, there is a way. Now, will you get the same exact results? Possibly, but maybe not exactly. Like I said, I'm still learning about the protein levels in the flours as well. But it was said that you can use You want to use somewhat of a higher protein, well, not higher. You want at least, the least amount of protein is 12%. So if you want to try this with regular store-bought flour, try it with bread flour. You can also try this with all-purpose flour, but bread flour will probably give you the most greater results. Use a good quick yeast. You want to form a bubble. You want a good hydration. This is going to be a very sticky dough. You're going to get your hands wet to be able to do some stretch and folds. You are going to have to use lots of olive oil to coat your hands just to touch this dough. It is that hydrated. So you want a flour that will allow you to absorb liquids and keep it. So you can do testing in your kitchen with bread flour first and then resort it down to all-purpose. The reason I say bread flour, because bread flour technically is a higher protein type of flour, which would give you more of a rise and less density. So if you do want to try this recipe when we start working on this, have your flours ready, y'all, because I am going to bring this. Now, if this is something you want to learn, please let me know. I'm going to do it anyways, but if this is something that excites you like it excited me, I can't wait to taste this now, honestly. But I got a few things to do, then I got to make my supper, and then I'll be doing that. So these are just a few things. I have a video coming up to teach you how to make homemade pierogies. And y'all, this channel is going to bring excitement to your tables, some more flavors to your taste buds, and honestly, so much more to our families in a healthier way. So if you do like this, again, y'all, I ask that you would hit that subscribe button. Please, y'all, don't forget to hit that like button, because it does help me. You just don't know how much. So I'd appreciate if you would do that. Until next time, I got some cooking to do, y'all, because I am hungry. This bread in the back, bon appetit, it's calling my name. And I got to go eat it. So I'll see you next time. Much, much love to each and every one of you from Parton's Mediterranean Homestead.